Ever wonder how some players just dominate in DC Universe? I used to be the one getting dominated. For years, I struggled, made countless mistakes, and felt like I'd never truly get this game. But then, something shifted. What if I told you the secret to transforming from a total noob to an endgame elite isn't what you think? Forget everything you think you know about grinding in DC Universe. I didn't just get better. I underwent a complete gameplay metamorphosis. This isn't just a highlight reel, it's the raw, unfiltered journey of how I went from being utterly clueless and bottom of the boards every run to being the best player DC Universe has ever seen. You're about to see the exact turning points that changed everything. In the beginning, when I was a wee little lad, I didn't have anything. I didn't have 200 arts. I only had 318 skill points. I wasn't in a good league. I didn't have anyone to run with. And I felt really lost in this game. I was logging on, trying to join groups. People would kick me out of groups, and I had no idea why. Um, I wasn't able to run with anyone. Nobody wanted to play with me. It felt really frustrating as a player to join groups and then getting made fun of for not doing enough damage without real advice or anything. And I took it pretty hard. I was like, why am I not doing good enough? I looked up guides online. I was watching Obsidian Chill's videos. I was watching Mentors videos. And I was like, what are these guys doing that I'm not? And I couldn't really figure it out. I tried tanking, and that was a disaster. I had no idea what was going on. And it felt like this game, the top end game players, I would have never made it to. I couldn't get to that level. So I'm making this video to hopefully let other people not have the same issues I had and be able to get there. So I'm hoping that the next part of this video will show you what to do. So the learning curve. So this part is where I was trying to get my name out there. I felt like I was good enough to be in a top league and run with top league players. So here's what I did. I started sending messages to everyone. I would message Evil Somo, the leader of Neurotic. Hey, like any chance I can get in some runs with you guys? I would love to run with you and trial for your league. I messaged the leaders of Verse, Money and Beast. Hey, like, can I get in some runs? I messaged All Hate, the leader of Worth. Hey, can I do some runs with you? Can I trial with you guys? Then I would message people in Success, Smooshi, Free to Kill. Hey, like any chance I can trial for your league, do some runs. Like I wanted to be in a top league. So I messaged everyone. Step two, get your name out there. I would DPS people in QE, comp or not. I'd post videos on it. I posted videos of coded kills. I posted videos of Kid JC. And the Kid JC video is where my DC career kind of turned around for the better. Basically, he was not happy that I posted this video. And he was a big streamer, one of the top DPSs in Verse at the time. And he was not happy about it. He made me change the title because it said comps and it wasn't actually a comp, even though he wanted to comp before the raid. It's a whole thing. But then people were like, oh, like, is this guy Jukestar good? Does he kind of like know what's going on? People kind of pondered. They're like, huh, maybe we should do some more runs with him, see if he's got what it takes. Huh. Let's see what he's doing. Maybe he can keep up. Maybe he really knows. Maybe he's kind of a good recruit. So once people start thinking about you like that, then the ball's in your court. So this is when I became the Jukestar you know and love today. Basically, this guy named Crossings, he doesn't play anymore. I basically made him retire from the game. Was one of the best DPSs on the server, and he was just really not a nice guy. And would talk so much shit in Discord. He would hate on me. He'd say I'm terrible. And what I said to him, I'm like, let's comp then. Let's DPS comp. If I'm so bad, you won't have any problem beating me. And he's like, I don't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, we ended up comping after I started live streams, started posting videos of myself saying he's bad, blah, blah, blah. We comped. I won. I didn't think I was going to win going in. I just thought I would make it close. I won. And immediately after that, the leader of Verse reached out to me and said, we want you in our league. You need to join our league. And I joined Versed. And that's really it. I mean, so current content, here's where I ended up meeting Mike and the Stellar players, and where I went from being a top 5 player to top 1, top 2. Basically, the reason I met Mike and Stellar was because they were streaming my favorite raid ever released, TSWB Plus, on Twitch, and they were going for feats. And actually, my friend Zazo was streaming, and I was like, "How do I get in these runs?" And he's like, "Oh, well, join this Discord." And I was like, "Okay, blah blah blah." I don't think Mike liked me very much back then because I was kind of a toxic little kid, and that's the only time I've ever run with him was during a comp, and I was probably toxic, whatever. He's like, "Sure," and we ended up getting along pretty well. It was like Mike, Zazo, JT, Far, Krim, Fox, and we had like a really nice squad. 3 Valfer, and we just kind of meshed well. We ended up getting the hardest feat in the game. We own the Knights, and we just ended up spending a lot of time together in Discord calls, things like that. And I ended up leaving Verse for Stellar around that time, and we had a good run. We were running for a while. Something happened, and I ended up joining Neurotic for a little bit. I did not. I realized my mistake, and I went back to Stellar, and I've been there ever since. It's been over 2 years at this point that I've been with Stellar. Well, we became Evil, but it was originally Stellar. And it's just such a great league. They've helped me get all my skill points. I went from like 600 skill points to now I'm max skill points. I help them with loadouts. We theory craft strategies together. It's just a great group of people and some of my closest friends on this game. And I really think that if you find a league that you like and you like running with, the game is extremely fun. It's the most fun I've ever had playing a game. And all those steps that I took to get here, I wouldn't want to do it any other way because that's how I learned. That's how I met people. And now I'm just extremely happy to be an Evil. And I hope that anyone that's watching this video can take my journey and try to recreate it or do something like that where they can also join a league that they like, that's a top league, that makes them better, that's competitive. And yeah,